Hello, awakened beings. Welcome to this channel. Here I do tarot and oracle readings to support you along your spiritual journey. If that interests you, feel free to check out any other content on the channel as well as interact with this video. This video is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising the next 30 days, okay? What you can expect, any blessings coming in, any obstacles, what's going on. All right, let's go. Okay, blockage. Whoa. Okay, well, I'll just put those there. Interesting. Maybe it... Hold on. I'm just going to put those up here. Because I don't... Because I feel like that's like a side message. All right. The blockage, please. Okay. That felt better. And then Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Let's tune into this side message here. What is this? We got the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Wands. Okay, so you are feeling inspired to take some sort of action that you feel like is going to bring you good fortune, essentially. You feel like it's a great opportunity for something. And then you also have Knight of Pentacles here, which also tells me you're working towards something in particular. So I feel like you've been working towards something in particular. I don't know in what aspect of your life it is, but Pentacles does represent, relationship with others, relationship with self, money, finances, career, household, okay? And then we do have Justice. So I do feel like there's something that you've already been, investing your time and energy to, slowly but surely, but I feel like an opportunity with the Wheel of Fortune opens up. Something new comes out of it, or something like that. But I feel like that comes from like new inspiration. So it could be that you've been working at it slowly but surely, but there's almost like this new spark or something you do differently that allows for this opportunity. I don't know. Let's pull an oracle for that real quick. Luna. So this could have to do with some sort of full moon, new moon, whatever's going on in the cosmos. It could be like timing around that, where you feel this surge of Page of Wands, this surge of energy, this surge of inspiration. And that allows you to, take that energy, put it into what you're working on, and allow the wheels to start turning. So I do feel like you get... Yeah, I don't know. You just get like this spark. And it has to do with just, maybe the way the stars are aligned, or maybe having to do with your own timing, like your inner clock around you kind of being in tune with your body and being like, okay, today's the day. Like, because our minds are very powerful, right? And so if we're like, today's the day where I decide this, or I'm going to change this, or whatever, your body or your behavior start to align. You just have to be certain, right? And then everything falls up. So I just feel like something sparks within you, no matter where that energy is coming from, but it allows like this creative spark or the wheels to start turning for an opportunity for you. So let's tune into that. Okay, we got Knight of Swords. The interesting thing about this is he's got the longest sword here. I wonder why that is. I feel like maybe you're trying to show something off. Okay. Clarify Knight of Swords. Knowledge. Look. I mean, the swords is the air element, right? So it has to do with, your words, your communication, your thoughts, mental state, things like that. But the fact that I'm being drawn to this sword, the fact that it's so long, and it just seems like this person wants to show off, I guess, apparently what they know or what they're learning, some sort of skill, because we do have Knight of Pentacles over there. So yeah, I feel like maybe for some of you, you could be taking some sort of exam or test, or, something to where you have to show what you know or what you learned. Maybe for some of you, it's your first time teaching something or mentoring somebody. Maybe you're picking up a new book or something, but I just feel like you're feeling inspired and you take action with that. Okay. All right. Okay, we got King of Cups. So this is something that you love, that you have strong feelings about, that is very dear to your heart. Okay. So very lightly I feel relationship, but mostly I feel like this has to do with hobby or career. Because with this, this knowledge, it feels like somebody wanting to teach or share, guide, learn, that kind of thing. So I definitely feel like your heart space is connected to your mind and what is going on in there. Okay, so your intention aligns with your passion. What you're doing, what you're spending your time into, aligns with a passion and what's dear to your heart. I want to get another card for that. King of Cups. Blessed day. Yeah, it really lights you up. It really lights you up. I also heard you've been waiting for this moment. So you've been waiting for a particular moment, honestly, maybe possibly for you to shine or for you to have the opportunity to say something, to show something. Okay? So I definitely feel like you're not like very shy. I don't get that. And even if you are shy, it seems like an opportunity. You're not second guessing at all. You know that you're going to do it, and you're just going to have to work through how you feel, because yeah, I definitely don't get a lot of shyness, but I do know, like, for one person in particular, it could show up. But it just seems like you're destined for this and that you were born for this. Like, you're born ready. I feel like that's what you're saying to me. Okay. I do also feel somebody in particular, not everybody, but it could have to do with some sort of debate. You know how there are people who like debate in class or something like that for a course or whatever. I definitely feel like that could be part of it. Like, you might have to share an argument or state something. Okay. But definitely for somebody in particular, they're taking steps to like be some sort of a teacher or get some sort of a certification. Perfection. Okay, this is exactly what I've been saying. Like, you're telling me that you're born for this. This is perfect. This is exactly what you've been working towards, exactly what you've been doing. So yeah, I definitely feel like just an opportunity opens up, that you've really had your heart set on, your sights set on, and you've been preparing for it. It's like when, knights or people in the military, where they do all this training and stuff to prepare for, what can happen. And so I just feel like you've been preparing all this time for something, and finally you're like, okay, here it is. Okay. All right. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's go through the blockage. The blockage here is Three of Swords. Okay. So let's dive into that, because I wasn't feeling like you were shy or anything. So why do we have Three of Swords? Okay, so for those of you who this deals with a relationship, a blockage with the Three of Swords could be that you haven't like healed, or you could be worried that a lesson of the past could like repeat itself. You could be worried that a karmic is coming in and that you're just going to be in the same cycle before, something like that. Because especially under the King of Cups, this is somebody who is in their heart space. Their heart is open. They're ready to love. They're ready to follow a passion or involve their heart, right? So with Three of Swords being the blockage or the obstacle, it could be that, you don't want to fail. You don't want to fail. You don't want things to fall through because you feel like it's perfect. You're the perfect person. They're the perfect person. The situation, the opportunity is perfect, right? So yeah, Three of Swords could be like you could have this fear in the back of your mind about things not working out or things biting you in the end. Okay. Anything else about the Three of Swords? Financial security. It could also be that this involves some sort of investment, where you have to invest in the money into the school or purchase the certification, or maybe it's a certification for something that's not really in high demand, and so you're wondering if it's a waste of money and if you'll actually be able to do what you love. There's all these like what ifs. Okay, now I'm seeing it. There's some what ifs going on. But at the end of the day, I'd see that your heart is really invested in this, though. And you have Wheel of Fortune. So hopefully that gives you some more inspiration. Okay. Not to just kind of let your dreams sink or let this opportunity sink. Okay, what else? We have Seven of Swords here. Let's go ahead and get some information on that. Eternal charisma. Clarify Seven of Swords. Enlightenment. Okay. So Seven of Swords to me is somebody becoming enlightened, and we also have this enlightenment card. But I do also feel like there's something about either supporting your inner child. Hold on. I feel like, so with this Three of Swords, for some of you watching, it could be that some programming that somebody taught you about like your creativity or what you need to. So here's an example, because I'm just trying to figure out how to word this. So here's an example. My dad grew up with like, you need to go for the highest paying job so that you can be secure and have a stable family, right? That's what you need to do as a man, right? Regardless of gender, that's just programming that people receive growing up, is like, go for the highest paying job, work as hard as you can so that you can be stable and secure. And so with this enlightenment, this person is in front of a child, right? And so I do feel like within the next 30 days that something could come up for you is that sort of programming about, things that you were told as a child and what you need to do, or, what is available to you, like how you need to live your life, or, risk and stuff, like, and so I feel like that, along with the Three of Swords being here, is something that you're just going to have to confront this month, or within the next 30 days. But I do see you just kind of it being an opportunity for you to release, because you also have the eternal charisma, which is, look, this butterfly and these roses. And so they start out as like little buds or a caterpillar, and then it blossoms to its full potential. So I definitely feel like you have an opportunity presented to you within the next 30 days, no matter what it is. But it just kind of, what comes with it is you also having to confront something from the past, whether it's programming, whether it's, just certain beliefs that have been placed on you or that you believed, and it's really going to take you, overcoming those things or acknowledging those things, working through them to where you feel comfortable enough to go ahead and keep investing and really fully believe that you're perfect for the job, or you're perfect for the situation, and you have what you need. You grew what you needed to grow. You have what you need. Again, knowledge. And then this big old sword here. So, I don't know. I just feel like, yes, an opportunity is here, but it really is going to take you to actually go for it and not self sabotage. There's definitely self sabotage energy here. Um, but it's very light though. So I definitely feel like you're more so in this energy, like in the sun energy, feeling blessed, feeling great. We got sun here as well. So I definitely feel like you're in the energy of feeling good more so than not. Just want to let you know that. Okay, let's give you one more card. Oh, and just a quick comment. When I was talking about that example of programming where you go for the highest paying job so that you can, have security essentially. What happens is, what I feel like you're going to be conflicted with is like, do you go for the highest paying job or do you go for something that you're emotionally happy with that allows you to, for you to be you and show off your skills? For somebody here, there's a little bit of journalism, so I don't know what that means, but that's for somebody in particular. But anyways, the point is, yeah, I feel like you're in this conflict between, pursuing something that might not present you with as much security as you would like, but it is something that you feel very passionate about, you know? And it could be something that you're helping another individual with. So again, this could represent your inner child, you addressing certain beliefs within yourself and just kind of releasing those, being free. Or it could literally be like you're involved with children in some way, or the work that you're going to do, the hobby that you pursue or something like that involves children in some way, and you being able to talk to them, teach them, do workshops, counsel them, something like that. Or the inner child of adults. But at the end of the day, when we see a child in imagery and things like that, it's very significant to healing and enlightenment, right? So, anyways, just wanted to finish that thought. All right, here's your last card. Money. Yep. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. Okay. Okay, that was your reading. Good luck on your journey. Take care.